This is Kevin with Connect Now, and today I'm going to walk you through a short demo of both our mobile application and our dashboard connection through the Connect Now platform. When you first sign up for Connect Now, or when you join an organization that uses the Connect Now platform and you're added to their list of users, you'll receive emails from success@connectnowinc.com that will give you instructions on where to go to download the application from either the Apple or the Google Play Store. Connect Now is available in both iOS and Android applications. You'll know that you've got the right app when you see this green, white, and black logo for Connect Now. Once you've downloaded the app to your phone, you will have received login credentials in those initial emails, and you simply go to your phone and log in, and you'll come to the home page on the mobile application. And this is the application for our demo agent, Nora Coakley. And you'll see that Nora has a message, "Good morning, Nora," but then in bright red, it says that you're unavailable. So all Nora needs to do is swipe that red bar from left to right, turning it green, and now Nora is available to receive leads through the Connect Now application. So you can also see some stats down below here. You can see that over the past 7 days, Nora has received 9 leads. She's claimed roughly 2/3 of them, and a third have gone unclaimed. The average number of leads per day, and the total number of hours for each of the last 7 days that she's been available online. So additionally, on the mobile app, when you're getting set up, you'll see the 3 diagonal bars in the upper right-hand corner. If you press that, it brings you to your settings page. And in here, you can change or edit or set up a number of features. If you go into your profile, this is where you can change your email, correct any misspellings of your name, add or change your phone number. You can change your picture simply by tapping on the picture, and it will allow you to pick a picture from your gallery or to take a new picture with your phone. It's important to note that when you add your picture to the application, you want to make sure and pick a picture that you're comfortable with, because this is what will pop up on your website, and it's the first thing your clients will see when they're connecting with you. Additionally, in here, we can go into the settings tab, where if you've forgotten your password, it's very simple to change your password. You can change the language. We do have international clients, so we are available in more than just English language. And the very important feature here is you can set your schedule. And this allows you to set and forget the application, because you can turn the application on for every day of the week if you want to be available from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m. Let's say on Tuesdays, you know that you have a sales meeting in the morning, and you're really not available until 10 a.m. You can change that one particular day. Additionally, you can schedule yourself for the weekend. You can schedule yourself for both days for various hours. Or if you want one day off, you can turn it off on that day and you will not receive leads during that time. So once you've got your schedule set and you're ready to start receiving leads, let's now take a look at how that process works. So we're going to open up a browser, and we're going to go to Nora's real estate website for Coakley Real Estate. This is very similar to many of the websites that you see on a daily basis. And you see after about 10 seconds, the snippet pops up. And this is where your clients can now enter in their information, accept the privacy policy, and click connect. Once that client sends that message that they want to connect, you get a message on your phone, and you can claim the lead by simply saying yes. The lead will pop up and it shows you that this is the person who was looking to connect. Here's the website they were looking to or the property they were looking at. And to claim the lead, you can either call them or text them. So for this demo, I'm going to text. And once you send that message through, that lead has now been claimed. So we can see now, if we go to the history tab on Nora's phone, we can see the lead that she just claimed, Kevin McCarthy. And when we open it up, there's the same lead. And you can put in any notes that you want. You can tag leads based on where you feel the prospect is in the cycle, whether they're qualified, whether maybe they're a future buyer and they're not quite ready to buy now, whether you've closed them or whether you've lost them to another agent. And you can also look at unclaimed leads from your history tab. And these are leads that are still available, but for whatever reason have not yet been claimed. And you can also see missed leads where a lead may have come in, but it was very quickly claimed by one of your coworkers before you got to it as well. So let's go back to our web browser now, and let's look at what happens when Nora logs in to the dashboard. So the dashboard process is very similar. You just go to Connect Now and click Login. And when Nora logs in, it brings her into her individual page where she can look at her own statistics and see again that she's had 11 leads, 9 claimed, 81% response rate. And this is for the last 7 days showing here. For the purposes of this demo, I'm going to go back 180 days just so that we've got some good data that we can look at as I show you the features on the dashboard. So when Nora wants to see how the organization is doing as a whole, she can simply come up here to the Coakley group and go to Reports and select Organization. And that shows us that there have been 59 leads with 50 claimed, an 85% response rate, an average response time of 33 seconds, and during the past 180 days, 20 agents have been active. As a manager, Nora can also very quickly get a high-level glance of who are the leaders in her office as far as claiming leads, and also look at the leads and their sources. So from this graph, we can see that there are leads that have come in from the CNipIT on the website. There are leads that have come in from Zillow. There are leads that have come in from a number of other sources, including Facebook. And this is important, and it's all color-coded. And this becomes equally as important when you get down here into the mapping. These two features together are set up to allow you as a manager to really get a grasp of what the top of the line funnel looks like, so that you know that if, for example, you know that you're advertising in the greater Boston area and you're advertising on Facebook in both the North Shore and the Metro West area, but you see by looking at just your Facebook leads plotted on this map that the Metro West area is really the only place you're getting a response, and you're not getting anything at all from the North Shore. However, when you look at Zillow, you see that you're getting a little bit better response in this area. And when you see from the website, that's where you're getting some of your North Shore customers. So this will allow you to decide whether you need to change your ads, whether you should discontinue certain ads, and really give you an opportunity to maximize what your ad dollars are doing for you. Now, each of these ads responses, which are color-coded, are also an active link. You can come in here and click on each of the buttons, and you can see that this is a lead that came in from Conrad Norris, and he was interested in looking at 95 Main Street, Charlestown, Massachusetts. He may have been standing outside of one of your properties when he went to your website on his phone and connected with you through Facebook. So it gives you some insight as to where the leads came from and also what properties they were interested in. So the next thing I want to show you on our dashboard is that you can also look at the leads that have come in, and there's some things that you can do here when you are examining how the leads have come in, when they came in, and what happened. So you can look at all of your leads. You could sort them by property, by agent. You can sort them by the source. You can also look at just your unclaimed leads if you want, so that you can determine maybe why these leads went unclaimed. And when you pull up the list of leads and you look at the status, if you click on the status, you can see that when this lead came in, there was an agent, Ernie, who was available online, but he didn't claim the lead for whatever reason. So this is useful for managers when they're dealing with agents and trying to coach them into how they can be a little more successful, or how they can connect with buyers and sellers a little more quickly. So as a manager, I can speak to both Nora and Noah and say, okay, when this lead came in, neither of you claimed it. You need to remember to just claim leads as they come in. So the other thing that you can do in the leads area is if you have leads that come in and you know, for example, that Nora is a very good new agent, but she works predominantly with first-time home buyers, and you want to make sure that this home buyer who is looking for $1 million home gets the right type of service. So you can reassign that lead and say you want to send it to Noah, and very quickly, Nora's lead has been sent to Noah. Both Noah and Nora will receive a message letting them know that this has been done by the manager, and now Noah can properly follow up with that lead. You can look at your agents, and from the agent screen, we can again get a high-level view of the amount of time that each agent was available, the number of requests that came through during that time, the number that they claimed, and if we want to, we can click on that particular agent's name, and it will bring us to a list of all the leads that Josh claimed over the time period, and then we can look at each individual lead. And you can follow up to see with Josh what's going on with Dominica. Is she interested in buying? Are you moving forward? What about Carla? Has she made an offer on the property that she was interested in, etc.? So it gives you a management tool to allow you to help, once again, coach your agents to success. So let's go back to the organization page for a moment. And from the organization page, I want to show you that we can also set up teams through the Connect Now platform. So if you have a particular team that works one geographical area, or a lot of our rental companies use this because they have teams of agents that specifically handle certain addresses, you can set those teams up very easily. So in the Coakley Group, we have 3 teams. We have Back Bay, Market Court Apartments, Reservoir Towers, and you can manage your agents for each team simply by going into Manage Agents. You can add agents to a team, you can delete agents off a team, and so that you know that the right leads are being routed to the appropriate people. Once again, we'll go back to the organization page, and this time we're going to look at some of the settings in the application. So the first thing that we're going to look at is our lead sources. And in the lead sources page, this is where you're going to find your snippet code. It is this line of JavaScript here, which you can simply copy and paste into a header of your web page. We have instructions on our support page for several of the major website platforms like WordPress, Weebly, etc. Or we have instructions that you can send to your web developer that shows them where they should place the code in order to have it appropriately pop up on your page. Additionally, you can go in here and configure your snippet if you want. It comes in our default green. If you want to color code it to your website, you simply need to find the RGB code for your particular logo and change that in here. You can also change the professional name if you want to use user and users or representatives. You can make that change in here as well. You can set the time that it takes for the snippet to pop up. We use 10 seconds on our demo page, but if you want to give the client a little bit faster service, you can set it to 5 seconds, you can set it to 30 seconds. Just depends on what you feel is appropriate. You can also add additional fields to the snippet that are required when a customer clicks on and wants to connect. So if you want an email address, you can just simply turn that on and require it. If you want the client to let you know if they're interested in buying, selling, or renting, you can make that available also. We recommend that you keep as few fields required on the snippet as possible because you don't want to give the client the opportunity to just say, I don't want to fill this out and walk away. From here also, we can look at lead routing next. And the lead routing is where some of the really great features of the Connect Now app come into play. We can connect now with a variety of different CRM systems. These are some of the CRMs that we have worked with in the past that real estate agents tend to use. We do have others that we're adding all the time. So if you're using a CRM that isn't particularly shown on this page, you simply need to contact us at support@connectnowinc.com. Let us know who your CRM is, and we will work with you to try and get the connection. You can also, from this area, set up a number of lead routing features. You can set the system so that you can have one lead for one agent. Often, clients will come in multiple times, and you don't necessarily want them dealing with multiple agents. So if they're already in your database and you have one lead, one agent turned on, if they resubmit their information, it will go to the agent that originally claimed them or that has been assigned to them. Further down here, you see My Listing, My Lead routing. This is very important with a lot of our retail brokerage firms. If the listing agent has a post up on Facebook or on MLS or anywhere where the leads might come in, and they want to make sure that they see all those leads first because, after all, it is their listing, then we have it set up so that the lead will come directly into the listing agent. Now, below here, oftentimes the listing agent might not be available. They may be on the phone with a client, they may be showing a home, they may be in a closing. So the way this is set up here is when a lead comes into the listing agent, if the listing agent doesn't claim that within the first 30 seconds, then the lead opens up to a team of agents that the listing agent has selected to be their backup. So this might be their buyer's agents. It might be other trusted agents within the office that they know are knowledgeable about their properties. And those users will have a total of 3 minutes to try and claim this lead. And if nobody claims the lead after 3.5 minutes, it'll default to Nora as the manager, and Nora can reassign the lead or point it out to the agents who may have missed it and allow them to claim it. One of the other features that many of our brokerages love are zip code routings. If you are working, for example, in the Boston area, I work on the North Shore, and I do a lot of my real estate work in the Beverly, Salem, Peabody area. But if a lead comes in from Walpole, Massachusetts, it's only 25 miles away, but it might as well be the other side of the universe because it takes 2.5 hours to get there from here with Boston traffic. So with zip code routing, when you turn that on, you can direct leads to the team members that normally cover that zip code area and make sure that it's going to the appropriate person. Additionally, we have price range routing, and I mentioned this before. If you have agents in your office that only work with $1 million home buyers, or agents that only work with first-time home buyers under $500,000, this is where you would turn that on and be able to establish the criteria that would route the leads to the proper agents. We've already spoken a little bit about our waterfall routing, which we had an example of in the My Listing, My Lead. This allows a lead to come in and be available to either a single agent or group of agents for a beginning period of time. If they don't claim the lead or aren't available, it will fall to their backups, and then it will fall. And you can set as many levels in the waterfall routing as you like. One other feature that many of our clients, especially in the rental industry, love is our dynamic allocation routing. And what this does is it allows us to flatten out the curve of who's grabbing the majority of the leads. So if I'm very fast on my phone and I've grabbed 4 leads this morning already, and my coworker next to me has not gotten any, with dynamic allocation routing, the next lead that comes in, he's going to have a 5-second head start on me. He's going to see the lead 5 seconds before I do, and it just gives him an opportunity to be able to grab the leads as well. We can do a radius search based on a property location. If you want to search for or only have leads come for anything that's within 5 miles of your office, we can set that up. We can also, for clients that request it, do address routing, which is a feature that many of our rental companies, especially in the larger cities, will use in order to route the teams to the proper buildings. And that about sums it up. That's the gist of our platform. I hope you've gotten a sense of how easy it is to both install and to use. If you have questions or would like an in-person demo, please email us at support@connectnowinc.com or visit our website, connectnowinc.com, and send us a message. We'll be happy to schedule a demo or answer any questions that you may have.